Are you concerned about traveling or vacationing and maintaining your keto? Guess what? Me too. Hi everyone, my name is Chris Martin. Welcome to Keto with me. All right, so maintaining your keto, sticking, not throwing everything away and so forth can be just as easy as home if you do a little planning. So I have done one, I have traveled, should I say, already once, since I started my keto journey on February 1st, 2023, which was a little earlier this year, almost 17 weeks ago. I planned, as much as I could, but afterwards I kind of realized I could have done a little bit better, at planning. So we have a family vacation coming up that actually we leave for in 2 days. And I wanted to make a video to talk a little bit about, actually talk a lot about what we did, but in a short amount of time in order to plan for this. So even though we're leaving in 2 days, we started planning, or at least I started planning, and then my wife got involved and so forth with regards to how to maintain keto. So we're going to talk about that. One reason I think it's very, very important to plan is that you may have a lot of other factors to consider. I mean, if it's just you, okay, it might be a little bit simpler. But let's say if you have kids, our kids are growing with us, so you have to take them into account. So when we started planning for this, we talked about it, I would say in detail. It's not like something you have to go nuts about, but you definitely have to have a conversation about it. And I've already given you the first clue of what to do, and that's we. So enlist the help of others, when you're doing your traveling, your planning, your vacationing, and so forth. And that could be that, in this case, it's my wife. We talked about like, when and where are we going to eat meals? Now, I know spontaneity is like, very, very important, when you want to go out and have fun, but there's nothing wrong with like, what we're thinking, what we decided is that if we're going to, we're staying at a little place in Florida that has like a suite, and that suite has a refrigerator that's the size of an apartment, not the little dinky ones, but the bigger ones that's in between. And it also has a 2-burner stove, coffee maker, and I think that's about it. So what we had planned on doing is that we're going to eat out probably 80-90% of dinners, and then for our breakfast and lunch, specifically for the 3 kids, is that we would get stuff and put in, like in the refrigerator and so forth. So that allows us to go past that, that time period if we're wanting to fast, which brings up another point. If you're planning on doing any kind of fasting, then what I would suggest doing is occupy those times with something, that would, keep you busy. So the wife and I were talking about, oh, there's a little spa thing. Maybe we'll schedule a little spa appointment, in the morning on one day. And then maybe when we decide to go, kayaking, because I guess they give us like these free coupons as part of your stay to go kayaking. Well, we're going to put that in one of the slots. So that will allow us to go a longer time period as well. So as you can see, putting this thing together, you can make it to where it's a lot easier to be successful. And when we go out, we're obviously going to pick restaurants that, do at least support some kind of option that would be, keto friendly. So almost every place has like a burger that you can take the bun off of, or, a steak meal or something like that. Other things that it's important to plan when you're doing your vacation is the begin and end. What I mean specifically is the traveling part. So for us, we are traveling, our departure is actually pretty good. We leave at like a noon on Wednesday. And what's great about that is that, it supports, my 1 meal a day, and my wife has been doing 1 meal a day as well. So, we get up, how you scurry, you can make sure everything in the house is perfect before you leave and all that. And then, we get to the airport, and then obviously we're going to depart somewhere around 12 o'clock, and then we'll get down there about, sometime around 3-ish. Time you get to the resort, checked in, settled, boom, it's dinner time. So that one worked out fantastically. The one on the way back is a little different scenario. So planning that in, we leave at like 6 in the morning, and that means we got to be there, like about 5, and then you got to get up around 4. you know, and check out the whole 9 yards, drive there. So, you know, we had already talked about that, you know, maybe, you know, time we get back to where we're at, that we might not do an OMAD, that we might just turn it into a 16/8. But either way, you know, we've planned for it. And then in addition to that, you know, if for some reason we would happen to like really not want to fast, you know, we will have, you know, our snacks with us, which, you know, something like pecans, macadamia nuts, you know, maybe some peanuts or something like that, that would be, you know, that would support, you know, us and our goals, and we wouldn't have to resort to taking like crackers or something like that. I also forgot to mention that the days up to the departure, I'm not so worried about like after we land and we get back in, you know, and then like that, you know, I said we'll either do a 16/8 or an OMAD, you know, but beforehand, you know, well, let me just back up a little bit. You guys know I do a lot of fasting, so I did, you know, 9 72-hour fasts, and then, you know, I wrapping up a third 48-hour fast today. And last week I attempted my 10th 72-hour fast, but it was, you know, mentally I just wasn't there, so I made it a 48, and it got me to thinking about leaving this week. So I, instead of trying to do another 72, you know, I went ahead and decided to convert it to a 48, and then I even decided to move that back one day, or closer, should I say, to start it on Saturday and then end it on Memorial Day, so I could, you know, like enjoy some, you know, Memorial Day, you know, cookout, you know, type of food and stuff like that. What that does is that gives me a chance, you know, on Monday and Tuesday to kind of get back into normal OMAD eating, and then when I travel on Wednesday, it's less of a bam, you know, hit me in the face kind of thing. So I just wanted to point out that, you know, in addition to the stuff there, I was really thinking about right up against it, because you don't want to enter into a vacation very, very, very stressful. I do want to talk about one more thing before, actually 2 more things. So I have to look off the screen on this one, because I wrote these out as just kind of like as, you know, expectations for myself. And I said, should I be concerned if I don't lose while I'm gone? Should I be concerned if my ketones go down? Should I be concerned if maybe I gain a pound? Yes, I'm taking the scale with me. And then I said, should I, could I, would I? And basically the answer to that is no. I'm not like going to be freaked out, concerned, or anything like that. You know, in any given week, my weight goes up a pound or 2 anyway during the week, but by the time I get to, you know, the final weigh-in for the week, I'm where I'm at. I'm not at all concerned that I'm going to blow it. You know, I'm just, you know, I just wanted to kind of let you guys, you know that I'm going into this with, you know, being very, very, very excited, you know, and, you know, and not like, you're going to be hard on myself for some reason if I see something jump, or if, you know, anything like that. Lastly, I want to, I guess, just kind of toot my own horn a little bit here, because I'm just so excited about this vacation. So I've lost 15 pounds, or, you know, I'm right at the, you know, 15 pounds, 55 pounds, wow, in 17 weeks. I'm actually just a smidge under that, but, you know, by the time I do my weigh-in here in a day, I should easily be that last little 0.1. I'm just, you know, really proud where I came from. I just, you know, getting ready for the vacation, I went through and was like, oh, I got to try this on, you know, I got to try this on. So if you watch my videos, you know, I had a donation wave already that was just huge. Well, I've got another giant pile. Probably in the last 2 months, I've gotten rid of 3/4 of my entire wardrobe because of, you know, doing keto and fasting and taking control of my life and so forth. So I was able to finally get into these really cool clothes that I haven't been able to wear, you know, forever ago. So it's very, very, very exciting. So, you know, actually this is one of the, you know, one of the shirts, and actually I can just stand up for this to kind of give you guys an idea. So these shorts are actually mediums. I can't tell you the last time that I've actually wore a medium of anything. So not even gloves probably, so that tells you anything. And this shirt happens to be a large. I tried on the medium and the medium fit, but it was kind of like a little tighter than I wanted it. Well, this one's cotton, so, you know, I figured, you know, instead of donating it, I keep it, get some use out of it. But I'm not exaggerating. I probably had 13 or 14 pairs of pants and shorts, you know, that I could easily just take with me here on vacation. And to finally feel like a thin person, you know, I've got that confidence. You know, I think going into this vacation, this is the most exciting vacation I've had. This is going to sound bad, but my entire adult life, it's just been a, a truly, an awesome journey, and I have no intention of going back to the way it was. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for listening to me toot my horn, revel in my own, accomplishments and all that. I'm just, again, so excited. Hopefully the video gives you a little bit of insight on the types of planning and things that I did, and maybe you can use some of those. I'd be interested in hearing some of your comments on, like what you did and things that helped you be successful when you traveled or vacationed, both, and so forth. So please take time to like and subscribe so you can get additional updates and keep joining me on my journey. As I said, leave some comments or questions below. Just remember, be a coach, not a critic, and take care, folks. Oh, and I'll have pictures when I get back.